Welcome back to Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care on this 21st of November, and back with this cleanup on this property. Leaves. As you can see, it is a lot on the ground here. It's been a little over a month since I've been on this property. The grass started slowing down with needing to be mowed, so my goal was to let as many of these leaves fall from the trees as possible, then come out here and get it taken care of. I may have at least 1 or 2 more visits to this property after today. We'll just see how the leaves, hit the yard as time goes by. But other than that, we're going to get all of this taken care of to the best of my abilities. It was windy today. The video isn't really doing too much justice, but the wind was blowing pretty good, and I am not a fan of going out here doing leaf jobs with the wind blowing if I can help it. But today I had to get this done, so I'm gonna go ahead right now and get ready to get this video started. Sit back and enjoy. If you're new here, I'd highly appreciate if you hit that subscribe button if you find this content enjoyable, and also give me a thumbs up if you like the video and the work that's done in here. So I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna let this video play on out. You'll see as I keep walking around the property, these trees around here, they have no shame in dropping their load onto the ground and bearing their bare bark. So yeah, you can tell right now we're in a period of warm days, cold nights, warm days, semi-cold nights. But that's how it is here in South Carolina. We get a lot of false winters right before the true winter season arrives, and then rolls right back into the early spring season. But y'all enjoy this video. I'll chime back in here in a little bit. So as I mentioned in my last video, under normal circumstances, if you watched me clean this property up in the past, you would see me put my tarp down, get my blower out, and I'd go to blowing, trying to get all of the leaves onto the tarp. I'm dragging them out of the fence opening that's on the very far end of the property. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is very time consuming. And on one man pulling that tarp with so many leaves on it, it is very heavy. And even when I hooked it to the back of the mower, I still had to get it out where I was hauling it and dump it at, flip the whole thing over, get all of the debris and leaves off of it, go back in the gate, put the tarp back down, blow, wash, rinse, repeat over and over again. So today I went ahead and got everything mulched up and mowed that I could get, open with the mower. And at the very end, that's when I took the blower out and blew all of the residual leaves that were in the cracks and crevices that the mower couldn't get. I blew those out into the open, and then I took care of those. Some people may think that's backwards. Some people may say, hey, that's something I may interact with in my channel, in my company, see whether if it works for me. I'll be honest with you, it worked for me. I can't really honestly tell you the time difference. I'm pretty sure it may have taken me either the same amount of time, may have taken me a little more or less. I ended up getting interrupted on this property a couple of times with phone calls and text messages that I had to answer right then and there in a timely manner. But all in all, if I didn't have those interruptions, I wasn't stopped at all, I think I was on this property maybe a little over an hour and 30 minutes, just getting everything neat. That's the thing about leaves. And, making sure everything is neat is the main goal on a property with leaves. You're not going to get every single leaf. That's just impossible. But getting the majority and making sure they're mulched up very nice, and, you can go back over them with the blower and disperse them out a little bit more across the yard. That's the time-consuming part when it comes to leaf cleanups, in my opinion. I don't have the big vacuum cleaners that I see a lot of companies use. I don't have all of that. You heard my, spill on bagging leaves in my last video. I'm not going to go back down that rabbit hole. But that's the way I decided to tackle this yard this particular day, was to mow and mulch up everything that I could get within reach of the mower, hit the residual with the blower, mulch those in, and call it a day. You'll see the end product at the end of the video showing how everything looks. So keep watching. those of you who deal with a lot of pecan trees on your properties or surround your properties, and the leaves are something you have to deal with, they are notorious with leaf dropping. This pecan tree, which you can see right here to the left of the screen where that green bush is growing around it, it is pretty much empty. It is pretty much empty of all of its leaves. And if you look behind the carport, you see the tree behind it, it's still pretty much full. It dropped down some leaves, but pecan trees are just disrespectful, if you ask me, when it comes to leaves. It is going to drop them. It don't care how many it drop at one time. It's just going to shed those leaves, and that's it. Now, pros and cons of that: once they drop all of the leaves off the pecan tree, hey, that's one less tree you have to deal with, minus the ones that surrounded it. As you can see, this yard has a lot of them surrounding it. But once those pecan trees leaves are gone, it makes it a whole lot easier for me on this property, because the tree that I pointed out behind the carport and that little bush and everything else, that's like a walk in the park if I have to come back here in the next few weeks or so and take on the backyard. The front yard with the oak tree leaves and everything, I'll wash, rinse, repeat how I did that procedure the first time, the next time I pay a visit here. But the pros of this pecan tree is once it drops all its leaves, that's it. And I would say the only con about it is if you do it all in one spill, like I did today, you're only going to probably profit off of that one tree that one time. And let's just say that the whole property had just pecan trees on it. Once they all, fall off and you go there and take care of them that one time, that's it for the leaf cleanups. If you think about it, that's pretty much it. Unless your yard is surrounded by other trees, you're out of work on that one particular property, unless you have other things, that you and the property owner talked about doing in the cold months. That's my little bit of spill on that, and I'll be back to close this video out here in just a moment. And if you're still tuned in, clear this up for me real quick, depending on where you're from. I know everybody in different areas here different. I'm from South Carolina. We say pecans. And I've heard people from other places say pecan. So just for hijinks, which way do y'all say it? Comment 1 for pecan, comment 2 for pecan. Let's just solve this today. So this concludes this leaf project. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully the topics were entertaining and that you enjoyed them. And again, I'm going to repeat this once more. If you enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to do my best to keep things coming out as time allows me to put this tripod out on properties and, able to film and show the work being done. But as you can see here, all those leaves are cleaned up. Those that you see on the ground now, the wind gust blew them right back around. Some of them are fresh leaves off the tree. And I wasn't about to go back there, honestly, and do anything to deal with them and spend more time out there because it was a very gusty day out there. And at the end of the day, the bulk of it was taken care of. Those little bit of residual leaves that fell back on the ground, I'll take care of those the next time. But as you can see, very clean to the best of my ability. And the homeowner did ended up contacting and saying it was an amazing job and they were glad it was taken care of before the Thanksgiving holiday. So anyway, hope you truly enjoyed this video. Hopefully my technique, helps you out if you was thinking about trying a different way of doing a leaf project. Hopefully the mowing everything at first and getting the residual with the blower effect may help you out. But that's all I got for this video. Again, welcome to the channel if you're brand new. If you are a subscriber of a long time and tuned in, hey, I appreciate you already enough for riding along with me on my journey. So this is Simon from Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care, leaving y'all with this video. Happy holidays. Hope you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving and much blessings. Y'all be easy.